Welcome friends, I am Dr. V.K. Chauhan, homeopathic physician, and we are revising homeopathic remedies, and in that context the today's remedy is Zincum metallicum. This particular remedy is very important and we have taken it from Allen's keynote only, and this part 4 includes clinical correlation, and this is best for the homeopathic students, interns and MD aspirants. This is the Zincum metallicum text what we see in a Allen's keynote. So if you want to read it, you can read it leisurely, but then we can go ahead with a fragmented forms, so we can easily deal with every sentence, and that is how we have divided this remedy into certain PQR points. The point number 1 PQR consists of persons suffering from cerebral and nervous exhaustion. Second PQR is incessant and violent fidgety. PQR third tells us about always feels better in every way as soon as the medicine starts. PQR 4 is specially suited to cerebral affections, impending paralysis of the brain. Fifth one is child repeats everything said to it, and the sixth one is convulsions during dentition. Seventh one is hunger, ravenous hunger 11 a.m. PQR 8 is excessively nervous, moving the feet, fidgety is there. 9 tells us about the feet sweaty. 10 tells chilblains painful. 11 tells us about spinal affections, burning whole length of the spine. 12th point is twitching and jerking. 13th point is weakness and trembling. And 14th point is during sweat cannot tolerate covering. So these are the 14 keynotes are there which runs through the remedy. That is all, and that is what we need to remember. The very first PQR is person suffering from cerebral and nervous exhaustion, defective vitality, brain or nerve power is wanting, too weak to develop exanthema or menstrual functions, too expectorates, to urinate, to comprehend, to memorize. So the word fag covers the whole symptomatology of the homeopathic remedy Zincum metallicum, where we can correlate clinically. It tells us that defective vitality, it means we have sluggish immune system. It is weak to develop exanthema, like whenever we have measles, it is expressed on the most safe organ, skin. We externalize all the diseases, but here that capacity to externalize is so sluggish that the whole force of the disease goes inside. So you remember that the ectodermal tissue is the tissue which manifests, which develops into the skin and central nervous system. If something which is driven inside, which is not going to affect the skin, it is going to affect the brain. So probably you will have encephalitis. The brain power is wanting. Central in next important thing is brain power is wanting. So we have got the whole brain, central nervous system is affected. Comprehension is defective because sluggish frontal lobe functions. Memory is defective due to the dysfunction of the amygdala, which is the seat for memory. Cerebral exhaustion. We have endocrine system which is sluggish. Like menstrual functions disturbed cause pituitary control of, we can say, the ovarian circle especially is being controlled by the pituitary, which is not been able to control it, or hypothalamus is not been able to regulate it nicely. Difficulty in urinating, it is under autonomic nervous system control, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Expectoration is controlled by the cuff reflex, which is ninth cranial nerve or phrenic nerve. So we find that these particular components of the central nervous system, they are slow sluggish, they are so depressed that they do not initiate the actions appropriately. Second is the incessant and violent fidgety feeling in feet or lower extremities must move them constantly. And we can clinically correlate it, which is a very common act of fidgeting is to become one's leg repeatedly. Whenever you are anxious, you are going to move your legs or tap your fingers. The most common causes for fidgety, they are nervousness, frustration, agitation, boredom, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and excitement. These are the few of the things which we need to remember. Fidgety is not only an indicator of diminishing attention but also a subconscious attempt to increase arousal in order to improve the function. You want to gather your strength and that you try to do something, and you should try to do something by which you are trying to initiate the activity of your nervous system and gaining control over the sluggishness. That is the whole idea is. Research by Dr. Karen Pine and colleagues found that children that are allowed to fidget with their hands perform better in memory and learning tests. The next PQR is always feels better every way as soon as the menses begins to flow. It relieves all her sufferings, but they return again soon after the flow ceases. The zincum metallicum is predominantly soric remedy. Sora is ameliorated by all physiological eliminative processes, discharges such like urine, sweat, menstruation, and diarrhea. In summer, hot applications, scratching, crying, eating, and the appearance of suppressed skin eruptions, these are the few things which are expression of Sura. Next PQR is the cerebral affections. The impending paralysis of the brain, where the vis metatarsus nature is too weak to develop exanthema. Symptoms of effusion into the ventricle takes place. Vis metatarsus natural, literally it means healing power of Mother Nature, or the nature is the best physician. A phrase attributed to Hippocrates. The state of illness, therefore, is not a malady but an effort of the body to overcome the disturbed equilibrium. When the natural defense mechanism, the immune system, it cannot throw the diseases, hence it affects the internal vital organs. Certain examples they will follow. Immune involvement of the brain. Measles causes encephalitis in children with measles infection during the rash phase of the disease, or only by immune mediated brain inflammation subsequent to measles infection, where we will find the infection was there, measles eruption was there, and after 6 to 7 years of age, you will find there is encephalitis. It is a delayed reaction, slow reaction of the measles virus which affects the central nervous system in the form of SSP. The delayed brain complications. Measles is a cause of subacute sclerosing panencephalitis, SSP, developed some years after the natural measles infection. Next PQR is the child repeats everything said to it. Echolalia, or repeating what is heard, is a very normal part of the language development. So what is the normal echolalia? You have to remember that children between the ages of 1 to 2 years should be echoing or imitating a lot. That is the normal part of learning of language development. Echolalia becomes pretty minimum by the age of 3. Children create their own simple sentences. But when the abnormal echolalia is persisting, it is not moving, the child is not moving past this echolalia stage, that is unable to form their own thought or sentences. This indicates the child is having trouble learning or using language. So he is mentally backward, he is sluggish, his mental state is paratic state. Next PQR is child cries during sleep. The whole body jerks during sleep. wakes frightened, starts, rolls the head from side to side, head alternately pale and red. Whatever clinical correlation is, that above feature points to vital brain functions where is some problem. There is a sluggishness or there is a inflammation, encephalitis, which is represented by fever, bulging fontanelles, seizures, confusion, drowsiness, and at times loss of consciousness. Therefore, we can understand that encephalitis can be associated with neck rigidity, which may point to a misdiagnosis of meningitis at times. Rolling of head and cephalic cry suggest intracranial damage. Next, PQR tells us about the convulsions during dentition with pale face, no heat except perhaps in occiput, no increase in temperature, rolling the eyes, gnashing the teeth, automatic motion of hands and head, one hand and head is moving. These feature points to epileptic fit in a child, and the symptoms include staring, jerking movements of the arms and legs, stiffness of the whole body, loss of consciousness, breathing difficulty or problem of stopping the breath, loss of bowel and bladder control. During epileptic fit attack, incontinence almost takes place, generally in grand mal epilepsy. The patient falls down suddenly with associated lot of consciousness. There is next important involuntary movement is the chorea from suppressed eruptions or from fright. These features act like exciting cause which brings about the choreiform movements. This is a disorder that causes involuntary, irregular, unpredictable muscular movements. The exact pathology is that there is an inflammation of the basal ganglions in the central nervous system, below the cortex, in the white matter. In the diencephalon, we have got putamen, caudate nucleus, lentiform nucleus. So these are the subcortical nuclei which are going to control the extrapyramidal tracts. These particular tracts are under control of subcortical nuclei. They get affected and they are the cause of choreiform movement. So there is a chorea minor and chorea major. The Huntington disease, which is inherited, and symptoms usually appear at the age of 40, and there is a mental subnormality starts taking place. This is a chorea major. And children who have got rheumatic fever, they develop Sydenham's chorea, means chorea minor. It is a self-limiting disease and it goes away. With whatever treatment you prescribe, patient is ultimately going to respond to it after some time. It is autoimmune diseases. Some of the autoimmune diseases are also like lupus can cause chorea, but then this kind of a disease is a serious disease and needs appropriate treatment. Hunger. Next important PQR is a hunger, ravenous about 11 am or 12 am. Great greediness when eating, cannot eat fast enough. So incipient brain diseases of children, especially he wants to tell us. Features point to soric characteristics. Patient is hungry at 11 am, classical feature of sulfur. The concomitant feature in this case includes the greedy while eating, ravenous hunger. Next PQR is the excessive nervous moving feet in bed for hours after retiring or even when he falls asleep. Clinical correlation is the condition which we all know is the restless leg syndrome. It is caused by overpowering urge to move your legs. It is also known as Willis-Ekebon disease. It is more common in females than middle-aged persons. Common in females and middle-aged persons. It causes trouble sleeping or sitting for a very long time, but always gets better in the morning hours. Next is the PQR, where we find feet sweaty and more about toes, fitted, suppressed foot sweat, very nervous. Above feature point to Hyperhidrosis, where there is an autonomic nervous system, the sympathetic part because of anxiety becomes overactivated, and such people, they have a very peculiar tendency to sweat excessively. On inspection, the feet gives a whitish wet appearance. Occasionally you will encounter the fungal infection also. Suppressed foot sweat causes nervous anxiety. It is PQR of the zincum metallicum. Next is the chilblains, which is painful and worse by rubbing. Chilblains are painful inflammation of the small blood vessels in hands and feet that occur in response to repeated exposure to cold. It appears as a swollen and red patches and blisters along with itching. Chilblains usually clear up with 1 or 3 weeks, especially if the weather gets warmer. Next is the spinal affections, burning whole length of the spine, backache, much worse from sitting, better by walking about. Spinal irritation, great prostration of the strength, cannot bear back touched. Very interesting. Burning pains are often related to nerve problems, conditions include like injury, infections and autoimmune disorders. The potential to trigger the nerve pain and in some cases cause the nerve damage. Please remember vitamin B12 deficiency, B12 deficiency also in this regard, which is deficiency states. As we have been talking about, this can also cause neuropathy, which is associated with weakness and rare neurological symptoms where we have wobbly gait, memory loss, spasticity, and peripheral neuropathy. Generally, it's seen in pernicious anemia. Next, PQR is only void urine while sitting and bent backwards. Changes in the voiding pattern may be the result of neurological problem which can occur if there is an abnormality in the communication between the urinary bladder control centers in the brain and the bladder, or in the nerves that regulate bladder functions like sympathetic and parasympathetic nerves. Voiding is difficult and may develop due to learned behavior patterns. The above feature is a PQR of zincum metallicum. Please remember. Next PQR is twitching and jerking of the single muscles. Twitching and single muscle jerking is known as myoclonic jerks. Muscle twitches can happen for lots of reasons like stress, too much caffeine, a poor diet in terms of micronutrients, exercise, or a single effect of some medicine. Sometimes somebody is taking certain medication, allopathic medication, they can also cause this. Lot of people get twitches in the eyelids, thumb or calf muscles. These types of twitches usually go away after a few days. They are often related to stress and anxiety. Twitching and jerking of single muscles. A quick involuntary muscle jerk is known as myoclonus and needs to be ruled out following a seizure manifestation as in infantile spasms, a physiological response to startle or falling asleep, or an involuntary movement either alone or in combination with tonic-clonic seizure. Tonic-clonic seizure is a grand-mal epilepsy. Next PQR is a weakness and trembling of the extremities of hands while writing during menses. So please remember, tremors can occur under following conditions: multiple sclerosis, stroke, traumatic brain injury, Parkinson's disease, and some cases where it is familial. Some other known causes can include iatrogenic amphetamines, caffeine, corticosteroids, alcohol abuse or withdrawal, mercury poisoning, overactive thyroid, liver or kidney failure, anxiety or panic can also predispose to this kind of a twitching. And next PQR is during sweat, cannot tolerate any covering. Please remember, during sweat stage of fever, cannot tolerate any covering is a very PQR symptom of zincum metallicum. Thank you very much for patient listening. Thanks once again.